Good evening, race fans. My name is JP Tuason, and I am the CEO of Tuason Racing. We are here once again for another episode of Riding Shotgun Conversations with Tuason Racing. And tonight, we have not one, not two, but three special guests from OTR Racing. They've been involved in the Vios Cup. They've been involved in Formula V1, and now they're going to show off their skills in virtual racing. So everybody, please join me in welcoming our guests, OTR racers, Maila, Alivia, and Red Diwa, and of course, team owner, Bjorn Ongtiaobok. Woo! Welcome, guys, to the show. How you doing?
Hey, guys. What's up?
Hi.
What's up? How you all doing?
Good.
Yeah? Okay, great. Okay, so let's get right into it. You guys have been involved in the Vios Cup, or now it's called the Vios Racing Festival, for several years with OTR. And I want to ask you guys, can you guys share with us what is your best experience from the series, or what have you learned from racing in that race series? Ate Mai?
Well, best experience for me is to be able to, to join the race, considering yung I'm new to it and bigyan kami ng platform na we're all equal and be able to experience the race. And siguro best experience, unforgettable experience ko doon is like every time I was bumped and, turn around and suck it up and go on. that's so far
you've been very you've been actually very quick in the series, right? You've just ran into a bit of bad luck with some of the incidents, but you've actually been consistently quick and getting quicker every time.
That is because of OTR. Actually, and I've been training under them since I started. So lahat sa kanila ko natutunan what is racing line, what is, the works. As in zero. Wala akong ka-idea when I started this 2 years ago. So it's been great so far.
Great. How about you, Red? What can you tell us is your best experience from the Vios Cup, and what did you learn from this race series?
Actually, I started 4 years ago. I have no racing circuit experience 4 years ago. So when I first joined the Vios Cup, I fell in love at the first time I joined, because it was basically an equal platform for everybody to race. It was the best grassroots program that for somebody who wants to be a racer. So I've learned a lot from the Vios Cup, especially na nandiyan yung OTR to guide us and to coach us through our Vios career.
So we can see here on screen that you're standing on top of the car. This is the year na nag-champion ka, right? Was this last year?
No, that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
My first 2 years was in the promotional cup. On my second year, we won the championship on the promotional class.
Great. And then I think we have a follow-up photo as well. So this was last year's, right? This is already the new car, the VRF series.
Yes, that was last year. I was under Graul Tule. We also won the sporting class and overall Vios Cup champion.
Bjorn, when you were training Red and Maila for these races in the Vios Cup, what was your most memorable experience with the both of them?
Well,
Oh God.
Natatawa si Ate Mai. there, there must be something funny.
yeah, Ate Myla's like she's kind of like the female, I don't know. She's like the female James Hunt. Every morning she'd go out for her warm up session, and then she'd need like 30 minutes, puke it out, and she's okay. She's okay for the rest of the day.
So pag nalabas niya na, okay na siya.
Okay
For the rest of the race weekend.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Diba?
What about Red?
There was
Yeah, there was. Go ahead, Mice.
There was a time na one day hindi niya ako napakinabangan. Para bang, are we here to practice or what? Anyway.
No.
Yun. Yeah.
Okay, well, what about Red? What's your most interesting experience with him in the Vios?
Funny na in our practices, well, Red is like ito yung nangyayari kay Red, yung we always we're always puzzled. he'd usually start off the day very good.
Okay.
And then later he'd push really hard, and then we'll be struggling to find that time when he pushes hard, then we lose the time, and then we'll be not fighting, we'd be arguing the whole day. That's me and Red.
Diba, he won the championship naman, diba?
Yeah, this guy is like he's that was before, but now Red's we're chill. Red's he's I have very little. I just work as an extra set of eyes for Red now. I don't really teach him anymore. It's 3 years ago.
No. Pareho pa rin.
Wala na.
Well, let's move on then.
Tingin lang ako.
Even the attitude and the way we look at we approach yung race mindset, yun. Kasi it's not. I think racing is not about. It's about 70% skill and 30% it's in your head. Eh. Kaya sometimes yung 30% minsan kailangan ayusin pa ni Bjorn yung mga mindset namin para mindset racing yung kailangan din.
Psychologist din siya.
Actually, if we're talking about skill and mindset, how does that change when you guys move from the Vios to the V1? Because it's a totally different animal, isn't it?
Yes.
So, Red, you drove 2 seasons of Formula V1, and Ate Mai, did you do the endurance in the V1? Okay, great.
No,
so
on the Vios only.
Okay, all right. So
yes.
So Red, tell us about the difference between driving the Vios and the V1.
Okay. I only drove 1 season sa V1, JP. Okay. The big difference between the V1 and the Vios was the driving style. Kasi when I was driving the Vios, yung early parts ko sa Vios, I was too aggressive. When I started driving the V1, the first 2 races, the mock race that I've joined, I crashed my car twice. And dun yung nag-away kami ni Bjorn dahil dun sa From there, I've changed my mindset dun sa racing. Medyo naging settle at naging mas mahaba yung patience ko. And it's the same season na V1 and V1 eh. Ay, V1 and Vios. And yung natutunan ko dun sa V1 agad, that same season, I applied it dun sa Vios eh. Kaya, I think it paid off dun even sa Vios na karera ko.
Okay, great. I mean, the car though. I mean, what was the difference for you in terms of driving the cars? The difference between the two vehicles.
First is the brake pedals. The brake pedals of the V1 was, I think, 120 kilograms yung tapak. So,
Sobra ka na sa sim racing rin.
when I first drove the V1, it was always lacking. Naglalak lagi yung brake. That's doon na-discover ni Bjorn na mali yung application ko ng preno kahit sa Vios. So, from there, na-correct namin. Another is siguro yung contact kasi the Vios is dapat talagang zero contact kasi yung radiator nasa harap. A little contact would end your race. So, naging mas accurate, mas fine dapat yung pag-drive.
Okay. So now that you've been racing in the V1 series, Red, what would be your goal moving forward in real racing?
The ultimate goal is to race abroad, probably Japan. Last year, last December of last year, me and Bjorn and the OTR team were talking about racing in Japan this June. But unfortunately, we had this pandemic, kaya hindi natuloy.
Yeah, this is actually Bjorn in the car. He got to race in Suzuka last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good times.
How was that, Bjorn? How was that experience for you?
It was fun. Yeah, it was. It was like it was. I started like getting hooked to racing, playing this track in the simulator, Suzuka, and then when I actually got to drive there, it was like, yeah, I couldn't believe it. Awesome.
A dream come true.
Was it very similar to what you saw in the sim racing games, or was it much different?
How it looked was very similar, but how it felt was very different.
Really?
It was no fault of the simulator. It's just yeah. It was.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting because what we're doing this year is because there hasn't been any physical racing due to the closure of the track and the inability to hold races because we need to have lots of people at the track for a race. We're going to be moving from real racing to virtual racing. So this year, starting October, we're going to be doing the Phoenix Pulse Formula V1 Virtual Cup. So what do you guys think about virtual racing?
Well, virtual racing, that's what I've been doing for the past, I guess that's what's been keeping me sane for this past few months, like past 4 months, like I'm virtual racing like every other day. So, yeah.
And how does it compare with real racing?
It feels different, but what you need to do is very similar. Like what you need to do to get faster and how you train, and it's very similar. But of course, the feel, it's just because the car's not moving, right? It doesn't feel the same. And the good thing with virtual racing for me, though, is as a training platform, it's very good because you don't have time pressure. You can really take your time and you can really work on refining what you're doing. You're not against the clock, right? I mean, so, and the things you need to do to be fast in a sim car, in a real race car, in terms of inputs, is very similar, if not exactly the same. So,
yeah, and when you crash the car, you don't have to spend a lot of money to build it either, right?
Yeah. And it's,
so what are the preparations that OTR has been doing to get ready for these upcoming races?
Well, me and Red and Mike have been practicing like once a week for the past 3-4 months. Ate Maila will be joining soon. She just got her rig the other day. She just got it set up the other day. So,
This looks really cool.
Yeah.
Miles, you wanna talk us through this rig, because this looks really pro. What do you have on this rig?
Fanatic girl.
Actually, I
I think
asked
you have to be
Bjorn.
one of the very few to have Fanatec stuff out here.
Balita ko nga. I don't know. I'm
Air
not
freight
really
pa yan,
sure.
air freight ha.
Yeah,
Air freight para umabot sa V1 Cup.
nice. So
No,
talk us
actually,
through the setup. Talk us through the setup. What have you got?
First of all, I'd like to thank Bjorn, no, because since wala akong ka-idea about this sim racing thing, so I asked him na kung ano yung magandang setup for me, na I'm willing to take risk, walang sisihan, ganyan. And I'm so happy, no, na Fanatec yung
It's the wheel set, right? Wheel and
niya.
pedal set. Yeah.
Nirecommend niya. So I'm running now with the Fanatec wheels and pedals with load cells, the CSL Elite for PS4, and with 3 monitors. So far, I'm trying to know this guy. Kasi just like you said before, JV, mahirap talaga siya. But still, no, the discipline, katulad nga ng sabi ni Bjorn, because like, naglalapse na rin ako eh. So, yung discipline with the same car is the same. I just have to, to learn, to know the car. Kasi, like the one I'm practicing right now is rear wheel siya. It's not the, hindi siya yung, what I used to drive, the Vios, which is front wheel.
Right.
But the discipline is the same. Ganon din ako mag-start when I started the Vios. So, how to know the track, same procedure pa rin siya. And so far, it's okay siya. It's getting me somewhere.
Okay.
And I hope na.
What are you finding is the hardest thing to learn moving from real cars to virtual?
Actually, yun ang pinaka main issue ko palagi eh. Mahiluin ako. So, I don't know. Yun ang difference. I mean, aside from, of course, you're not driving the real car, no? Pero yun so far right now, the brake is different. Pero how you apply the brakes is the same with the car.
Okay.
So yun.
How about you, Red? Yeah, let's move on. I think we've got a photo of Red's. There we go. We've got Red's sim rig right there. Can you talk us through what you've got, Red?
We bought that way back in 2018, and parang I've driven the car 4 times before the pandemic. But during this pandemic, every week na kaming nagre-race ni Bjorn. Every Monday, we have this parang group session race every Monday night. So medyo I'm getting used to it. Okay, the big difference between the real car and the virtual, I think it's the feel. Kasi yun yung parang wala eh, yung the braking of the feel of the braking in the real car and accelerating pati pagliko eh. Pero the basic driving with the application of brake, some steering wheel, and even the seating position dun sa layo mo sa monitor, sa totoong kotse pareho.
Right.
And if I may add,
yeah,
concentration dapat is grabe. Yun yung difference na nakita ko. ×2. Compared
Ganon
dun
ba?
sa
Ganon?
the real car. Yeah. Parang
mas concentrated ka sa virtual kaysa sa totoo?
yeah, kasi ito, it's easy. In fact, I'm friends with Jim now eh. You know, Jim, the crew chief. So yun. Parang kanina, I was like, eto ako, I was practicing and somebody knocked. So kaya nga maglalagay na ako sa door eh. Do not disturb, practicing or race, mga ganyan. Kasi I get distracted. Or siguro I'm new, unlike kayo na you've been doing this for months now. I need extra concentration to do this.
Okay, guys. So if you had any advice or a message for those people that want to get started in virtual racing, what piece of advice would you have for them? Let's start with Red.
I think the best advice I could give dun sa mga starting in virtual racing going to real racing, siguro yung ethics dito sa driving. Kasi sa virtual, dahil you don't get to pay the car or you can crash the car. Yung minsan, yung ethics
Yes.
sa driving, wala nawawala.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and when this virtual racer drives the real racing car, minsan nadadala nila dun. I think yun yung isang dapat tandaan nila that yung kasi with respect to other drivers, I've only joined the races for ilang months, pero I can say na marami dun sa hindi racer na virtual racer, they lack the professionalism and the ethics in racing. So I hope na maayos nila yun when we go to real racing.
Yeah, I think we're going to be very, very strict actually about the proper racing etiquette when we go to the V1 virtual races, because when we get to that platform for Assetto Corsa, we're going to be watching all the cars, and there will be 20 cars on the grid for each race. So it will be a lot of action up and down the grid. So we'll have stewards watching races the whole time. How about you, Ate Mai? What do you have for new racers?
Well, actually, I agree with Red, no? Kasi while they were playing for months now, I'm always there every Monday watching them. Yun nga, yung discipline. And for a beginner like me, parang nasabi ko na, oh my God, ba't ganon? You know? But parang it's too easy. If they could not pass, madali lang nila na yun to bump you up. Again, bumping. So, since I'm a beginner, I just got my rig the other day. Siguro for those who want to, go for it and have fun. Take the risk. Look at me. I'm taking the risk.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Bjorn?
Yeah, so for everyone who want to go virtual racing, go for it. It's a lot of fun. For me personally, it's helped me out a lot. It's how I started. You know, I started getting into racing through the through simulators, and yeah, enjoy it, and see you in the virtual racetracks.
All right.
Anyway,
So there you have it, you guys. Thank you, Red, Maila, Bjorn, and thank you for
Pleasure.
joining us on this episode of Riding Shotgun Conversations. Please just invite all the viewers to watch your upcoming race at the Formula V1 Virtual. I've seen your car; it looks great rendered in the game. So, guys, quickly thank sponsors or ask people to come and watch your races. Red.
I'd like to invite all our viewers to watch the virtual racing. This will be on this October and November and December for the 3 legs.
Hello, I'd like to invite everyone, those who are into sim racing, to join the Formula V1 this October and November, and hopefully I'll see you there if I make it.
Ayos. Bjorn?
Yeah, see you guys. Hopefully, Ate Mai makes it,
podium.
and yeah, yeah. See you guys.
Yeah,
See you guys.
hopefully.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's it. Thanks, everybody. And we hope to see you guys this October. Please don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Tuason Racing. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tuason Racing TV. My name is JP Tuason, and see you guys next week for a new episode of Riding Shotgun Conversations. See you.